Hey everybody, what's up? This is
Jay
and A.
and today we are just going to do an introduction video about us, where we came from, where we want to go, and what we want from this channel, and just for you guys to get to know us a little bit.
So first starting out, we're going to talk about just a little bit about ourselves and what we like to do and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and start with her.
So my name is Jessica, and if you haven't noticed, we are sisters. I am the oldest. I am 25.
And I am the youngest. I am 23.
And I'm just gonna start by saying how this channel came about. So I have my own personal channel. I love editing.
Shout out to her channel, Jess's Mom Life.
And I love editing. I love having those memories to look back on, because I don't have a great memory. And just to be able to go back and look at my kids as babies, and it's just so heartwarming. And I always have looked for something that me and my sister could bond with, because we're not
as close as we used to be.
Yeah.
We were much closer when we were kids. I feel like everyone's close when they're kids, and then they grow apart when they get a little older.
Yeah, and we lived apart for so long. So
Very true. And eventually we will do some sort of Draw My Life or something and get more into detail about that in the future.
Yes. So when we live together, we live close by now, and
only about 30 miles apart instead of the distance of over 1,400 miles.
Yes. So I reached out to her and I'm like, hey, would you like to maybe start a channel with me? And of course she had questions like, what would it be about? What would we do? How would it work? And
where would we film? What would we film? All kinds of questions.
Yeah. So we pretty much came down to, we're just going to have a sister channel where we're just going to do random stuff. We're going to dog on each other. We're going to prank each other and our partners, mainly our partners.
She's talking of a Cake Pop episode, which hopefully you guys may or may not have seen already.
Yes.
Where I do a little bit of a sabotage on her.
Yeah.
But she didn't see it coming.
But anyways, just have fun together and just be able to have a better relationship than we had in the past and grow.
Yes.
And that's what I mainly want for this channel, is for us just to be better sisters, have fun, and have laughs that we can look back on.
Alright, so I guess it's my turn. My name is Amber, and like she's already said, I'm the younger sister, though most people can't tell that. Most people think I'm the older one, which is fine with us. Well, fine with me. But we already stated, I'm 23, and yeah, she came to me one day and was like, do you want to do a YouTube channel with me? And I was like, in all honesty, the first thing I thought of was, yeah, I do, because I've wanted to start my own channel for a while. Not really channel, just make videos, but I didn't know what to do or who to do it with or what to make the videos of.
It's not fun doing it alone.
It's really not. It's not fun to sit there in front of a camera and literally talk to yourself. Like, it's a little strange. Doing this alone is strange. But what I want from this channel is just an outlet to be able to do fun, creative things that I normally want to do on a normal daily basis. Something that we wouldn't typically do every day of the week.
Yeah.
And then now we're going to go on a little bit of a backstory. So we'll start with me this time.
Mm-hmm.
We were both born in Washington. We'll start there. And but anyways, going back to where I was, we were both born in Washington State, and from there together, well, a lot of our stories together at the first part. We moved from all over, kind of. We went to Redding, we went into California, which I know Redding is in California. We were in Napa, St. Helena. We were in a little place up by Lake Berryessa, which no one's gonna know.
Every place that we used to live up there is now torn down.
Or renovated. Well, torn down.
Yeah.
But they used to have all kinds of different places where you could go and camp, and you actually could live in quite a few of these places. They called them resorts, but they were not any kind of typical resort you would think of. Mm-hmm. And we loved it there. We grew up riding on golf carts and being able to go down to the campgrounds and go fishing, and we were shooting guns and all kinds of stuff, supervised.
It was a very, what you would think, country living.
Yeah,
very country.
Then from there, we moved into a small town called Winters in California. Shout out to Winters. And that's where we separated in life, not necessarily by choice. So I went with my father to Colorado because he got a job transfer, which we can go into later.
Well, we kind of separated like emotionally.
Before that, as kids, just going into high school, getting boyfriends, all kinds of stuff like that. We just grew apart.
Yeah.
But from there, I went to Colorado, and I went to school in Colorado, and I was there until 2016, 2017. That's when I graduated, 2016. And then I went to California and lived with her and my mother for a little while. And then actually went back to Colorado for a little bit. I was going to go to school. And then I met my significant other, who you will have seen in past videos or future videos. And his name's Anthony. Mm-hmm. And he's 28. And he is, as far as I'm concerned, love of my life. And we've been together now for 5 years, going through thick and thin. We went back from Colorado to live with her again. So that's where she first met him. And then from there, we moved up here to Idaho, which is where we currently are now.
And to kind of go back a little bit to where me and her separate, once she and my dad moved to Colorado, I was cheerleading in Winters. And my dad let me stay with my grandmother, who lived in Winters, until the end of my cheering. My life is more complicated than hers.
Just a wee bit.
Yes. So after I was done cheering, I did go to Colorado. I was there for maybe half a year to a year.
Not very long.
Yeah. I ended up having surgery on my foot.
Twice.
Well, yeah, the first time I had it in Colorado. And then shortly after my surgery, I decided I wanted to live with my mother, which we'll get in the middle of that later. But just
it's a long story. But
just to put this out there, because I am very proud to say this. She was on drugs, was a drug mom, but now she is 9 years clean.
Yes.
And we are so proud of that. So
You're
happy.
Ecstatic.
Yes. And I love putting it out there. I love being able to say she's 9 years
And you
clean.
may see her in a future video, but we're not sure. It depends on if she would like to be in the videos.
Yes. But anyways, I ended up going down because I did have a very serious boyfriend at the time. I'm not going to say his name.
Out of respect.
Yes, out of respect. But it is my son's father. I have 3 children.
Oldest.
My oldest, that is his father. And I moved down to be with him. And then I ended up getting pregnant in 2015 at 17 years old. A lot of drama happened, and I had no choice but to live with my boyfriend. And that is where I got pregnant.
Wasn't it 2013? Because he was born in 2014.
Oh yeah, 2013.
2013.
13.
We're not good with years.
No.
Sometimes.
But, so I got pregnant at 17. I actually was told by doctors I couldn't get pregnant. So I lost my virginity at 15. So I went from 15 to 17, no birth control, no nothing, never got pregnant. But then when I took birth control, I got pregnant because it gave me the hormone boost I needed to get pregnant. Fast forward, I gave birth to my son June 12th of 2014, and then graduated high school at the year 2016.
Yep.
And then my partner, who you have seen, he is actually my husband, which was also my son's father's best friend.
A story for another time. But he's the father of her 2 youngest.
He's the father of my 2 youngest, Arabella, who you have seen in our cupcake video. And then my youngest son, Atreus, who is a year old. After you guys see this video, he would be a year old.
And the oldest, his name is Dylan, as she forgot to mention.
Yes, my oldest is Dylan, and he will be 8 in June.
They're growing up quick. Yes.
Yep. But then I had them, when they moved down with Anthony, I was actually pregnant with my daughter.
Yes.
Shortly after I gave birth is when they moved up here, so they were able to see Bella and all of that. She has been there shortly, if not there, shortly after. She has always seen my children.
Yes, right after birth. I always miss the 6 months to a year and a half phase because we weren't together.
Yeah.
But with this new one, Atreus, or the youngest, not the new one,
Yeah.
but the youngest, Atreus, I've been able to be there the whole time. So it's been really nice being able to be around the kids.
But then shortly after she was born, we ended up moving up here.
Technically Washington, because we live
Yeah.
like smack dab on the border of
Yes.
Washington and Idaho.
On
It's
a
literally
daily-
split
on
by a river.
Yeah, on a daily basis, I'm in Washington and Idaho.
Yeah,
on a
I
daily
live
basis.
in Idaho and work in Washington.
Yes.
And currently, I am working as an in-home caregiver. I've been doing that for 4 years, but I am currently maybe switching jobs. Well, no, I am switching jobs, just not sure what it's going to be yet. So,
Yes.
fingers crossed. So, fingers crossed that'll all go good, but we'll see how that all is going to go.
Yeah. And then, that's pretty much where it is now. And we're just trying to grow together as sisters.
And bond again.
Yeah, and bond again. And because we used to fight a lot.
Yes.
A lot. And we're just trying to remember that, just because her opinion's different than mine doesn't mean we have to fight about it.
Very true. You are allowed. Everybody is allowed to have their own opinion, and just because it is not your opinion doesn't make it wrong.
Yes, and also, if you say something and it sounds rude, it's not always meant rude, and it just takes communication to clarify. Even if you're offended in that moment, just to take a breath and come back later and be like, look, you said this, I was offended by it. Can you please clarify what you meant to say? To go from there.
And she is very guilty of doing things like that.
And
sounding, I know,
And so are you.
sounding very, very grumpy, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. But, we both suffer from anxiety and depression.
Yes.
I also suffer from PTSD and postpartum depression. Not saying I'm worse or anything,
Yeah,
but
no.
that's just.
There's
I also
not a
have.
competition at all.
Yes.
Don't worry.
I also have health issues that I'm dealing with. And if you're curious, you can hop onto my other channel. I have a full video on that.
And you definitely should check out her other channel, Mom Life with Jess. MOMLIFEWITHJESS. Check it out. Subscribe, like, comment, all of that.
But that's pretty much about
Going
us.
back into my side and just adding a few things that she added in hers and I didn't in mine. I graduated in 2016 also. We graduated the same year even though we're different ages.
Yes. Months apart, like 2 months apart.
Yeah, 2 months apart. No, a month apart. I graduated in May of 2016.
And
she was in
graduated
June
Yeah.
of 2016. From different high schools, from different states, actually.
I was
Um,
at her graduation, she was at mine.
Yes. And I am going to point out, because I am very proud of it, that I graduated with honors. I worked my ass off to graduate with honors. I had to take a lot of extra classes.
And I'm very proud of her for that.
Thank you. And then also, the only other thing that I would like to throw in is that during my time in high school, I was color guard captain for a few years since she threw in her cheerleading information. I was color guard captain for a few years, for 3 years, and then I became a coach when I got out of high school. And I would love to still be doing that now, but the area we live in doesn't really have any kind of programs like that. So, unfortunately.
Maybe we could start one.
Maybe. That'd be really cool.
Look into it.
But, and then, speaking of kids, I don't have not really any plans to have any in the near future, but if it happens, it happens. I have fur babies. I have 3 fur kitty babies, and you may see them eventually, who knows. And then I have a dog, and she also has a dog, and they are best of friends. They love each other.
Yes.
Mine is an older dog. Her name's Maria, and hers is a very young, very energetic,
5
very
months old.
crazy puppy named Willow, but she is the cutest thing ever. So, but looks definitely can be deceiving with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was our video. Just wanted to do an introduction video since we just kind of started randomly posting.
Yes.
And if you guys have any other comments or questions or anything you guys would like to know about us or about the channel,
We're pretty much open about anything.
pretty much, yep. Had to tell it to so many people so many different times throughout life. What's once more?
Or 3.
Exactly.
But yeah, anyways, if you guys are new, welcome to our channel. We love having you. And
Any subscription, any like, any comment means the world to us.
it does.
And I personally don't read comments because it's bad for my psyche, but she reads comments. And if there's any kind
Because
of
I
comments,
just don't give a shit.
yeah, no, I personally can't handle things like that, so I can't read the comments, good or bad. I just don't chance it. So she reads comments all the time. So anything you guys want to communicate, she will text.
Broke
She
the
will
pen.
message you back.
I just broke the pen.
This is our pen that we write. We have a little notebook of ideas that we write. Look, it even says ideas on it. And we had this fancy pen, and she broke it.
It could be fixed.
She broke it.
But anyway.
Well, ending on a bad note, I guess. We'll end this video here.
Thank you guys for watching. We
Yes.
appreciate it.
And like always, if you stuck to the end of the video, we appreciate you and we love you. And we hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Like I've already said 15 times.
And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.